Welcome to the Works of Wonder podcast. This podcast was inspired by the powerful message of Beyond Words, the art of effectively communicating with your children, written by Dr. Beth Long. Beth is a licensed professional counselor, a board-certified behavior analyst, and the founder of Works of Wonder Therapy here in Montgomery, Alabama. Each week, we'll talk through real stories, practical tools, and faith-rooted insights that help parents lead with grace rather than fear. We hope you enjoy it. Okay, so today we're talking about self-compassion. This is like the last topic in your book. We are wrapping up our walkthrough of Beyond Words, so that's exciting.
Yes.
I can't believe it.
Me either.
And you also practice with leading with self-compassion just in your counseling. So this is very near and dear to you.
It is. It is. To me, it is the most valuable skill to be emotionally healthy.
Okay. Well, many parents carry shame. And when we say many parents, we mean us included.
Yes.
About mistakes, about their children, about not being enough. And that's heavy. You say that shame isn't just a feeling, it's a belief.
Yes.
Can you speak on that?
It number one, it is not helpful at all. Guilt is extremely helpful, but shame is the belief that I am bad. I am not enough. I am not.
Break down the difference between guilt and shame.
So guilt is I did something bad.
Okay.
Or I need to do something I didn't do. But shame goes into who you are as a person.
Okay. And self-compassion is the combative approach to that.
It is. It is the combative approach to that, yes.
Why is it so important?
Because it just addresses so many different things. To practice self-compassion, you have to be mindful. To practice self-compassion, you have to be teachable. To practice self-compassion, you have to be willing to make changes, right? So there's a lot of healthy components that go into self-compassion, but the way we gain all of those healthy components is by practicing self-compassion.
Okay.
So it's a life-changing practice, and I encourage every single patient I've ever had to do it. And the few that do are like, oh my goodness, this is life-changing. But most of them say, oh, I forgot to do that. I did it one day. Or, it is truly transformative.
And we'll talk about how to make that skill a thing. But it does feel very clunky and performative almost in the beginning.
Yes.
But that's the way with any skill.
It is. It is. It truly is. Right. Like it wasn't easy to learn how to ride a bike.
Right.
But aren't you so glad you know how to do it?
So glad.
Yeah.
I ride my bike all the time. I'm the ridingest dang thing you ever saw. Okay. So we're going to talk about understanding shame and self-compassion. So we're going to take a step back and talk about the shame. Why do you believe that it comes up so much in parenting, even when they're doing their best?
One, because I think parents and culture push it back on you as a parent. So if your child is having a tantrum in Walmart, which can I just say, every child has had a tantrum in Walmart. And if they haven't, I'm a little bit more concerned than I am about the children who have. So when that happens, everything in you is like, well, if I were a better mother, this would have never happened. And whether people around you are believing that or not, you believe that they're saying that. So I think it's just so important as parents to be able to practice self-compassion and say, my child's just having a hard time. I am also having a hard time because my child is having a hard time, but they are not a horrible child and I am not a horrible parent.
I remember one time you told me, speaking on that example alone, you said to just leave. Like if they're having a hard time, don't white knuckle it. Show yourself the self-compassion and get out of there. Don't force the grocery trip. And that was life-changing for me.
Oh, well, good.
Because I white knuckle everything. I'm going to do it. You mentioned culture. We live in an extremely shame-oriented, shame-pushing culture.
Yes.
Any video you see of just a mom baking bread and it's like, oh my gosh, you're ignoring your kids.
Yes.
Or how dare you use that bleach flour.
Yes.
It's shame driven.
It is. And it's so easy. It's Yeah, I don't know. It is not encouraging at all. It's almost the exact opposite of encouraging.
Then you can find yourself doing it just because you start to feel self-conscious, and then you pick at the person you're watching.
Yes.
Which is then just shaming yourself.
Yes.
Like, I wish I could make the bread.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yes, it's just a vicious cycle.
It is.
Okay.
How does it quietly shape the way that we talk to our children when that's the way that we talk to ourselves?
I think, unfortunately, we all focus on performance. When shame is there, we focus on performance. So what does it look like you're doing? What is it? Are you playing the right role? Or wait, so I think we, instead of focusing on the child, we focus on the performance.
Okay.
And that is so damaging to children and ourselves.
So they're not performing well, which makes me feel guilty.
Yes.
That's that cycle.
Yes. Because if you were a better mother, they would perform better.
Because that performance, I'm directing it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That is nasty.
It's nasty. It's horrible. And it leaves no room for grace, and it leaves no room for growth even. It just puts you in a box that you'll never be able to escape.
It's making, to be blunt, it's making their childhood about you.
Yes.
So you're going to finish and you're going to be like, I'm going to throw my hat off the stage, but it wasn't your stage.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Rough.
And really, I mean, I know I've said this before, but children are here to help us grow.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Nothing is more refining than being a parent. I mean, maybe there's something out there, but nothing in my life has been more refining than being a parent. But they're much more here to shape us than we are to shape them, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, we're in their life a little bit. Like the time that we intensely live with them is much smaller for them than we are as parents. Like we spend so much more time as parents than they do as like wee little lids.
Yes,
little lads.
yes, exactly.
You teach that self-compassion must be practiced before shame shows up.
Whew.
What does that look like?
It's in those small little moments of the day. I think in the big picture, you practice self-compassion after shame shows up because we all have shame,
Definitely,
right?
yeah.
But once you understand the practice of self-compassion, then you can. Kristen Neff, who kind of was the big researcher on self-compassion, she tells a story about her son. He's doing much better now. Okay. So just pretend this is years ago. He had autism, or he has autism, but at that time he was nonverbal. And she was at a park and she was watching all these other children play, and it all started, right? He'll never be able to play with other children. He'll never be able to talk. He'll never be able, right? And so it just started that shame cycle. And she caught herself and said, it's okay that I'm really sad that his life is going to look different. And it is what it is, instead of beating herself up about, well, if I had done this differently, maybe he would do this. She just let herself sit in that moment. And that's one tiny part of self-compassion. But
why is that so uncomfortable?
It is so hard.
Yeah.
And I think mainly because most of us are not comfortable with our own feelings, number one. But number two, we feel guilty for having our feelings. So we just quickly go, oh, I shouldn't feel that way. And we push past it. We white knuckle it. And just, let yourself feel it. It's okay.
And we're afraid. We want to move. It's almost more comfortable to be in the fear than it is to be in the sad.
Yes. Maybe it's, and like you said, because that's comfortable.
Yeah. Right. Oof. Okay. How do you pack your bag and get ready for meeting shame and then attacking it with compassion? What do we put in the backpack?
So there's a couple of things. First is that you need to know what you really value.
Okay.
So you have to spend some time really working through, because what I give attention to grows. So I have to know what I value and where I want to put that time and energy.
Okay.
And then the second is knowing, well, if these are the most important things, then I teach people to ask themselves every day, what did I do well today? Meaning, did it align with my values? Did I spend time with the people I wanted to spend time with? Did I work on the things that I really want to work on, right? Like truly looking at the values that you have and how they line up with your daily life. So that's number one. Number two is, where did I blow it? Like, and that can be a whatever, however you want to ask yourself that question. But I just kind of say, where did I not live out the way I wanted to? And I think that is where a lot of people fall short.
Yeah.
They focus on, they don't want to go into that. What did I do wrong? And when they do, they go into it shame with the
Yes.
spirit of shame, as opposed to a spirit of like, tomorrow's a different day. I can do better. Let me learn from today.
Right.
So taking the time to do that. And then the third is, what do I need to do about it?
Okay.
Do I need to go apologize to somebody? Do I need to make it right? Or do I just need to learn from it and move on? So those are kind of all the components of it.
Okay. Those are great components. So many thoughts. I have so many thoughts on that. What does self-kindness look like or sound like for a parent in their like inner voice?
Okay. So self-kindness is it's the practice of treating ourselves like we're our best friends. So what would you say to your friend if your friend's child was having a tantrum? You wouldn't be like, if you were a better mother, this would never happen.
No.
Right? You would just go, oh, I'm so sorry. He's having a hard time. You're having a hard time. This is a rough moment. Or what can I do to help you? Right? They would do anything other than beat yourself up.
Right.
And so it's just truly catching yourself and going, what do I need to hear right now? What would loving people say to me? And it's hard because we go to attack ourselves a lot.
Yeah. And I think, okay, I might sound really terrible for this, but when you're talking to a friend, sometimes you might have some secret judgment. How do I like, what do I do with myself? You're like, no, I'm actually judging you, but I'm going to tell you you're doing great. This is fine. But on the inside, I'm like, well, you could have done this a little different.
Always be kind and honest because it works wonders, right? So it's finding the right time, but it's also, you have to do that with yourself.
Yes.
So I did the best I could I failed at something pretty big recently. And I was in a lot of shame about it. And a friend reminded me that, like, of all the people in the Bible who failed, right? There's a ton of stories.
Only one didn't.
Yeah. Yes. And, but shame would have kept me there. Self-compassion and the word helped me go, just because I failed doesn't mean it's over. However, I have to accept a lot of responsibility and be kind and honest with myself of, what did I learn from this massive mistake? What do I need to change because of this massive mistake? And that is self-compassion.
That's good.
So when you're talking to your friend, right? Some friends are open to honesty and some friends are not.
Not me.
But let's all have that goal.
Don't tell me. I'll cry.
Let's work on some vulnerability.
This really is. It's yeah. I heard this thing that was like, if you're nitpicking others, if you find yourself doing that, then you're probably acting in self-guilt, in shame. Yes. You are nitpicking yourself, and what you focus on grows. So if you're constantly picking at yourself, you're going to see that you're also nitpicking others.
Yes. I will tell you, it took me a lot of years to learn this, but that right there is my number one sign that I'm not healthy. When I hear that dialogue of like, I can't believe that person did that. Yeah. All about other people. What is going on in me? Yeah. Now, I'm not talking about a one-off because people are imperfect and drive us crazy. But if I get really critical of everyone around me, I know I'm not healthy.
So you talk about how important it is to see through our children's eyes, to try and look through their gaze. Why is it so important to remember that a child's pain feels as real as ours?
Oh, I'm so excited you asked me this question because I had a lot of teens that I saw this week with their parents. And they all made a lot of assumptions and they all wanted to correct.
The parents
wanted, right. The parent. So one parent, a child was really honest with his parent and the parent said, "You're being disrespectful."
Oh, okay.
But he was making that assumption, but he truly wasn't being disrespectful. He was trying to be honest. Did he pull it off perfectly? No, he wasn't necessarily 100% kind, but he was trying to be open and vulnerable. And the dad just made the assumption it was disrespectful. And then I worked with several girls this week. It was the same in all of the situations. Several girls who were trying to tell their parents how their parents make them feel in certain situations, and the parents just wanted to combat it with the truth. So, are those parents wrong? No. Like none of the. It's just the trickiness of situations with other humans, right? And so I said a lot this week. There's your opinion of the truth, her opinion of the truth, and the truth. But children just want us to see it. Even if you don't agree with it, you don't have to agree with it at all. They just want to know. I understand that you feel that way.
That's right. Let me feel my feelings.
Let me feel my feelings. Exactly. And that doesn't mean they won't change, right? Feelings change pretty quickly, or it doesn't mean that the truth doesn't matter, right? All of that is going to come out, but in that moment, we just want to let them feel their feelings, and that's what they want, and that's what they need.
Right. You don't have to justify it in the moment as a parent. It's so easy to do that.
It is so easy to do it.
So easy, but we talk about just saying less.
Just say less. Exactly.
Just say less. Just sit there for a second. Okay, what's one small self-compassion practice parents can begin today?
Okay, I didn't talk about doing self-compassion with kids, so I'm gonna
yes,
answer
please
it
talk
that
about
way. Like at the dinner table is a great time to do this. What's one thing you did well today? And if you start, your children are going to say nothing. I promise you, they're going to say nothing, or they're going to say we had cupcakes or whatever. It's going to be something that they didn't do. So in the beginning, you may have to say, wipe off the counter. Oh my gosh, you did such a great job. Look, that's your one thing you did well. Just to kind of get them in the habit of it. What's one mistake you made? And that one's going to be hard for them too, right? But you might have to give them a little example. And then is there anything you need to do about it? Once again, is there an action you need to take, or do you just need to learn from it? But that will help children tremendously.
Okay.
That is a key component to raising emotionally healthy children.
All right. I'm going to text that to my husband real quick, and we'll sit around the table and do that tonight. Oh.
But it's going to be a long time before it's pretty.
Yeah. Well.
So stick with it.
There's not a whole lot pretty in my house. Let me tell you. That's good though. Just intentional time and questions. And it's okay if it's not perfect.
Yes.
Yeah. That's good. Well, that's all we have on this topic. I mean, we could go on. We could talk about it forever, but she does have a whole chapter about it. It's the last chapter. It wraps it up on such an encouraging and compassionate note. So be sure to grab your copy of Beyond Words. It's on Amazon, but we'll have the link down below. Make sure you go ahead and follow Dr. Long and Works of Wonder on all the social medias, Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. We do fun and serious things there. She talks more about these topics as well. And that is it.
And always be kind and honest because it works wonders.
It does.